turn the lights off in a minute.
Okay.
All
We're
right.
live.
So we're live on all platforms now. You can see me over here.
Yep. Perfectly.
So we're live on all platforms now from the Creeper Gallery, New Hope, Pennsylvania. We're going to try to investigate 3 different haunted objects tonight. And again, we try a bunch of different methods in order to try to communicate and reach the spirit and let them tell their story. And even if they're mean and we let them do whatever they want to do, we go in completely open so that we have been physically affected before and made nauseous and sick and headaches and everything. Each item is different. They have a different person attached to it and different energy attached to it. And we try any method, any means necessary to try to engage, meaning they could touch any of these things that are around the object and they'll light up different colors. We're going to try EVP recordings to hear their voice. We'll try Spirit Box. We try to really, in any way that they're able to interact, we try as many different ways as possible to make that happen. All right? Hey guys, on Facebook, again, live from the Creeper Gallery. The Creeper Gallery is in New Hope, Pennsylvania. The room that we're in now is referred to as the Red Room. The Red Room has nothing but haunted objects surrounding me. Again, some are good, some are bad. Even if the card says the information we get that they may be not so bad, you never know what happens when you mix energies. Any one of these people could react negatively to me or Chris behind the camera, and even if they were docile before, they could react angrily to us if we ask them the wrong question or if they just look at us and don't like the way we look. So I'm going to turn the lights off and we're going to start with the first object here, which is William Corey Abbott, and it is a locket with a picture, and it's pretty cool. When you close it, I'll close it later. It's a really nice piece. It stands up. It's something that you will put on a mantle, and when you open it up, it actually has a picture of William and his wife. Did we get his wife's name? Or we have his death certificate here. That's another thing we're going to use. He died in 1907. That's when his funeral was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so he died in April 21st of 1907. It was a bronchitis type of infection that caused his death. 47 years old. So that's the information we have. So we turn off the lights and we try to engage and speak with William. You got me good over here too?
Let me sit. Give me 1 second. Yeah.
Okay. So William, I know you've been here for a while. I have seen this piece, I think, before. I'm not sure if I have or if I haven't, but I think I have. We come in here and we try to talk to all the people in this room. Maybe you've seen us before. My name is John. That's Chris back there. We're invited in just to find out if you're still attached or connected to... Oh boy, you see that? Right off the bat. Those 2 lantern lights. That measures electromagnetic field. So right off the bat, I'm talking to them, to William, and we've already got a surge in energy around the object right there. So William, I see the lights, and I know that these things don't look like anything that you've ever seen, although the lanterns may look familiar because they had lanterns back then. But what these objects are going to do around that illuminate, that light up, they're just going to change colors, like the rainbow in the sky if you come out from the picture or your wife comes out from the picture. And that helps us to see if you're actually there. So again, like you just did, if you want to react, the lights will change colors next to your pictures. I have Easter eggs here that you may be familiar with, that if you touch them, say one has the word yes on it, one has the word no written on it, blue and yellow. You could touch them with your finger if you want to answer more directly, because you could be standing there and you could be talking right next to me and I can't see and hear you even if you're right there. I don't have those kind of abilities. I have a music box here. If you were to touch it, it's just going to make music. Pretty easy. I just use my fingers. And this here It's just something that if you move your hand around, it lights up all the colors of the rainbow. So I'll start again. So William, we're invited to come in and try to connect and speak with the people that are attached to their objects, because these objects are going to be sold to other people. They're going to be in their homes, and these people are going to be taking care of your picture, that object there. They're going to be caretakers. They'll bring it into their home, they'll put it on a mantle like you did with this, and they'll just have that in their home. And I'm sure they're going to talk to you and your wife maybe every day, occasionally, and we want to make sure that that's okay, and we also want to learn as much about you as we can. So we're going to try a lot of different things to hear your voice so you can answer us directly, and hopefully you tell us more about your family and about your life and anything that you want us to know, and if you are unhappy about this picture going somewhere else that isn't a family member. Okay, so I want you to try again to just use your energy, or just come out from the picture and just move your hands around like I'm doing, just around any of these things here like you did before. That was an initial reaction where those two lights turned blue. It let me know that you were there and that you were listening. If you could do that again before we try some other things, I'd really appreciate that. I know that these things don't look familiar to you, but nothing here is going to hurt you. Nothing's going to hurt your wife. I promise. I'm standing right next to it and it doesn't hurt me. I do have your death certificate here, William. It says that you were only 47 when you died. That's pretty young. I'm a little bit older than that. Bronchitis. Now, there's a lot of sickness going on now with people getting bronchial conditions. There's a pandemic going around. So a lot of people have passed the same way you did, with the lungs and the breathing issues. I'm going to try a few things, like I said, to hear your voice, to let you interact as much as you can, and then we're going to move on and talk to some other people. So I really would appreciate it if maybe you tell me about your wife. I don't even have her name here. That's a shame. Her name's not on the death certificate. So maybe you could tell us her name, and you could tell us if you had any children.
His looks like a portrait, like a photograph.
I think the others are drawing.
Hers looks like a painting.
A painting?
Mm-hmm. Notice how his is devoid of any color like a photo, and hers actually has color like it's a painting.
Is that a painting of your wife there, William? That's not an actual photograph, is it? Again, you could come out from that picture and we'll see the things around the picture react. Okay. So the first thing I do is whenever we start, I try to interact with the equipment first, just to see if there's a change in the environment around the object. That's really what we're looking for. We're looking to see if the energy increases, because you see those colors are just steady. That means everything is kind of the default EMF, the default temperature. Everything is set in this room as steady and constant.
Which is normal.
Yeah, it's when they change that we could tell that something within that space is reacting or interacting. And then once you heard a noise.
I cleared my throat. I don't know if that was it.
No, it was before that. It was over here. And once you have that, then we can try to get some kind of intelligent interactions where if they can manipulate the objects, we kind of ask them to maybe answer by turning the objects different colors, again, to see if there's an intelligence there. So what I'm going to try first, William, is I'm going to try this box here. I don't know if they had radios back in 1907, I'm not sure, or a photograph, but this will let me hear your voice. And it's going to sound kind of strange, but you're going to hear, as you're talking and answering, you're going to hear it come through this little box right here. We've spoken to a lot of people here using this, and it works really well. I don't know if you were watching when we did that ever, but it works really well. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. and I want you to just answer out loud. So no, I want you to flash it.
You need one?
No. William, are you here? Could you say your name? Could you say your name, please? Someone hear me. I'm looking to hear the name William Abbott, Wisconsin, 1860 to 1907. William, if you're here, say your name, please. That's close. That almost sound like Will. That almost sounds like behind you. Well, my name is John. This is what? See now. See now, I do this first as a clean session with just the box running, but there's a lot of things that come through. You guys have seen that are fast and quick, and you miss them because they're an instant. So I'll do another session where I run the recorder near the box, and then we'll listen back to see if we can catch some of those quick responses. William, are you here? That was a yes. William, could you say my name? My name is John. Yeah. William, that's Chris and I'm John. So that was another, that sounded like William. William, what is your wife's name? What's her name? What's the woman's name in the picture? Could you tell me that? Elizabeth. Another Elizabeth? What's her name, William? If that's your wife, could you say wife?
Almost sound like Virginia in the background.
William. See, that sounds like almost like you're in trouble. William, do you know what you died from? Do you know how you passed? Do you know what happened to you? See, that was another really low voice response that I got to run the recorder. So I'm going to do that now. Instead of going forward with this and trying to hear it live, there's a lot of low responses there.
And it's the same male voice.
I'm going to, digital recorder right here, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to do an EVP session with it running with the spirit box, and then we're going to listen back to it. Right, so I'm going to put the recorder way over here on the floor.
And just so everybody knows, I am keeping an eye on SLS to see if anything is popping up.
All right, I'm running the recorder. Recorder's on. Spirit box back on. William, if you're here, could you please say your name out loud, William? Try your hardest. One time, please. William, what happened to you? How did you die? William, did you have any children? What were their names? Could you give me one of their names if you did have a child or children? What about the woman in the picture that I'm pointing at? What's her name? Was she your wife? Where are you from, William? Could you tell me that? Tell me what you would like to see happen to this picture. Is it okay for a stranger to take it into their home?
Sounded like a door opening and closing.
All right. I think I heard something when it said about somebody taking it home, but hopefully it picked it up before you started talking. SpiritBox.com. William, if you're here, could you please say your name out loud, William? Try your hardest. One time, please. William, what happened to you? How did you die?
Machine?
Sounds like I miss you. I miss you. I wonder if he's talking about her. William, did you have any children? William, did you have any children? Missing out. Missing out. Did you have any children? He said missing out. Missing out. You hear that?
Yes.
Missing out. What were their names? Could you give me one of their names if you did have a child or children? What about the woman in the picture that I'm pointing at? What's her name? Her name? Can't be. Sound like Krista, but that's not a name for her. Was she your wife? Where are you from, William? Could you tell me that? See, that was a female saying yes, but she didn't say where. Yes. Tell me what you would like to see happen to this picture. Is it okay for a stranger to take it into their home? Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him. And there, like you said, there was like a boom boom, and then a voice said, "Give it to him." So I don't know. I don't think that he has any issues at all with.
No, but it sounds like they're both talking with each other, like they're there together.
Yeah, there was a voice underneath before she said yeah, but I couldn't tell what he said before that.
Someone said it almost sounded like Bertha.
Yeah, there was a at the end. Bertha. Could it be possible that her name is Bertha, William? Would you prefer I called you Bill?
Well, we know, the only thing we know is that his name is William Abbott. That's it. And where he died and was born.
William, are you comfortable with this final record of your life? This is a death certificate right here, William. Are you comfortable with this being here in my hand and with your picture? Does that upset you at all? I'm going to try a real EVP session. So instead of with the spirit box, I'm going to actually run the recorder and see if we can't capture his or her live voice instead of the spirit box. So hopefully, it's getting colder over here. Hopefully he's willing to respond, or so we heard maybe a Bertha, right? So we'll use that. I'm going to put the recorder down on the floor. There's a recorder in my hand. William, if you're here, could you please tell me how you would like me to address you, as William, Bill, or Billy? We were asking the name of the woman in the picture here. And we heard something that ended with an A, like a Bertha. Could you please tell us what her name is, or she could tell us what her name is? I'll ask you again. Did you have a family? Did you have children, William? Is there anything that you would like to say to anyone? A message that you have? You could say it now. William, were you alone when you passed, or was she with you? I'm going to ask you again, William, and the woman in the picture, are you okay with somebody taking this picture frame of yours, this item, and bringing it into their home and keeping it? Are you okay with that? I'm going to just try to handle the object real quick. Show you guys a little more.
So, real
close.
quick, just for the fact is that there's no mention of his wife on the death certificate, and it is the parents.
That's what it looks like on the outside.
I'm having a feeling that she passed before he did.
Well, you're kind of right about the picture. It looks more like a painting or a drawing.
Mm-hmm.
The colors are much different. Yeah, you're right. This is obviously a photograph. This is something like you said, maybe
It was a portrait painted.
she did pass before him and he didn't have the photo. I don't know. It's just
I
guessing.
just have a
But this is
feeling.
heavy.
It's very unusual that a wife isn't on the death certificate, especially if she's alive.
And I can't even tell what is this, an angel on the front?
I can't see it very well, to be honest with you. It looks like it. They used to do cherubs.
All right, so I'm gonna listen back and then we're gonna move on to the witch.
Yeah, lovely.
William?
Oh,
If,
you just got a reaction right
could you
there.
please tell me how you would like me to... What happened?
Your cat ball just went off.
When I started playing it?
Uh-huh.
Are you reacting to the fact that I put this here in front of me? That I moved it? Should this not be near me? If you don't want me to handle... I mean, I have it on top of your death certificate too. Is that kind of disrespectful? I don't want to be disrespectful to you and do anything that's going to upset you.
Or responding to the fact is maybe she did pass. And then you were talking about a portrait and a picture.
Address you as William, Bill, or Billy? You gotta shut off the air. We were asking the name of the woman in the picture here. And we heard something that ended with an A, like a Bertha. Could you please tell us what her name is, or she could tell us what her name is? Gotta shut off that air. I'll ask you again. Did you have a family? Did you have children, William? Is there anything that you would like to say to anyone? A message that you have? You can say it now. Turn off that air.
Yeah, when you're done.
William, were you alone when you passed, or was she with you?
That was a breath.
Passed, or was she with you? See, there's something there, but... Was she with you? It's definitely a breath. I can't really hear it. I'm going to ask you again, William, and the woman in the picture, are you okay with somebody taking this picture frame of yours, this item, and bringing it into their home and keeping it? Are you okay with that? I'm going to shut that air conditioning off.
You want me to do it? I don't want you to move too much. Here.
Do you know where the switch is?
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to hand this to you for a minute so I don't. Oh.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that reaction. We weren't making any sudden movements here. Oh, what was that? Something just dropped too.
Pinged. I don't know what the heck it was. Something pinged.
You getting upset? We don't mean to upset you here. She was just moving out of the room. She'll be right back in.
Right here.
All right. That was a strange reaction there at the end.
Yeah, as soon as I got up and things were out of frame, everything just lit up. I'm like, what?
I don't know. Should I try one more EVP session? Or
I would, just
leave it?
because the sound's off.
Yeah,
I would give it
that was
another
so
shot.
loud. All right, I'm going to hold this while I do it. Put the recorder right here, maybe 3 questions.
Do you see?
William, I want you to please, if you can, just try to say your first name for me.
That was me. Sorry.
Ready? You ready?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry to ask again, but could you please just say your name out loud one time? We saw the reaction here. Could you try to talk? Say your name for us, please. Do you remember how you died? Were you sick for a long time? Do you remember our names, William? You seem to react to when she was leaving the room. Do you know her name? What should happen to this picture, William, of you and this woman? What would you like to see happen to it? Real quick, and then we're going to be done with this one, and we're going to move on to the witch.
Oh, just you said witch, and the thing right by your head lit up. Your
Did it
lantern.
really?
Yep. And
Is
your
she
head
here?
went right in front of it.
Is the witch here with us? Is she already reacting? All right, let me finish this. Well, I'm sorry to... That was something right in the beginning. Say your name. Well, I'm sorry to ask again, but... Literally right there in the beginning. Well, I'm sorry to ask again. Well, I'm sorry to ask again. It's something. Well, I'm sorry to ask again. I can hear it. It's... Well, I'm sorry to ask again. It's something. Well, I'm sorry to ask again, but could you please... It's... Well, I'm sorry to ask again, but could you... It almost sounds like it's... Well, I'm sorry to ask again, but could you please just say your name out loud one time? We saw the reaction here. Remember, I started it and then I stopped it?
Yeah, but he also had bronchitis.
Well, I'm sorry to ask again, but... Something like that.
Oh, somebody said Abbott.
Well, I'm sorry to ask you... Well, I'm sorry to ask again, but could you please just say your name out loud one time? We saw the reaction here. Could you try to talk? Say your name for us, please. That was 2 breaths.
Don't forget, he had bronchitis.
Do you remember how you died? Were you sick for a long time? Ooh, sugar, sugar, sugar. Sick for a long time. You hear that, don't you? For a long time. Hear it? A long time. Do you remember our names, William? You seem to react to when she was leaving the room. Do you know her name? What should happen to this picture, William, of you and this woman? What would you like to see happen to it? We got 1 answer out of them.
So
All right, William.
I'm telling you, I think the breathing and he's short of breath. Your light went off, your lantern. He's short of breath. He's trying to talk to you, and it's like when you can't breathe.
Exerting, yeah, it's too much of exertion.
Yeah.
Again, William, I appreciate anything you could do or say or interact with. I see the energy you're expounding, just trying to interact over in this area, and I appreciate it. I'm sorry that you were sick for a while. Like I said, there are a lot of people that have been sick the last 2 years all over the world from respiratory sickness, and somehow a lot have passed from it.
Yeah.
So I hope you are together with this woman here if you were together in life. And I hope that this item here, that obviously meant a lot to you, is taken into somebody's home and they remember you and they remember her and they talk to you every day, and that you're okay with that. All right? So I appreciate you talking with us and interacting with us a little bit, okay? I'm going to move on. And the next one's going to be a fun one.
Good night, William.
I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. I'm going to put William back over here. The other one here, I am going to need a flashlight for this one. Can I take her out of the case here?
Mm-hmm. Here you go.
I'll light it up so they can see it too. You see it in the phone?
Oh, yeah, you can see in the phone beautifully.
All right, let me read you the story of this one here. Do you want to get over here at all or no? Got it?
Yeah. Hold it to the, to your, that way, my left. Go left.
My left or your left?
My left. No, that's my right.
Well,
other way. There you go.
I'm
Perfect. That's where it's right in the phone now. They can see it.
Everybody got it? All right, I'm going to set her up over here. We have interacted with this one a little bit before, but when we did have an actual person who is a witch with us, and that's important because you'll see in a minute.
As you guys can see, that's John. That's John on the SLS.
Okay, so this one's a little more interesting. This is the information that we get with the item that comes from Donna, the owner of the Creeper Gallery. And most times she has a team of mediums or sensitives that will, there you go, yes, are you kidding me? That's reacted to Michelle.
Yes, it is.
Michelle is one of the readers here. She's also a witch. And when we first investigated this object, we did it in front of people, and Michelle was in attendance. And it wasn't until Michelle handled the object and mentioned something about being a witch that this object started interacting and responding.
Basically, she came to life.
And it is colder here in this corner than it was with that other object for sure. There is a cold wall now right here. And again, it's much, much different. So I'm going to read this card. It says, Witch Woman. This is a portrait doll of a Wiccan pagan woman. Now, portrait doll means the doll was made as a replica of a real person. It's a portrait doll, meaning that looked like was supposed to look like a real person. Um, it was created to pass on to her child, but the child dies of a fever, and she was left with the doll. So here, this woman had this doll made when she was older for her child. The child passed, and then she was left with the doll. Sad. She cherished it as a memento of her dead baby. The child is attached as well, along with the witch and her sister. The woman was a self proclaimed white witch with a large following, even though she practiced black magic as well. So she practiced both. She was very close to her sister in life, as is in death. She was a smoker with cancer. Her life ends abruptly, possibly a suicide. Latin descent, lifelong vision problems, sadness surrounds this item.
Now, can you tell people what she's holding?
I can't see what she's holding. Is it a doll? Oh yeah, it's a little girl.
And what's in her other hand?
It looks like a book of some kind.
So like tarot cards?
Yeah. Maybe.
So it was depicting her with her child and what she represents.
Yeah. So, don't have her name, unfortunately. And this is Armand. So Armand's a very, very established reader. I mean, psychic medium who I definitely can vouch for. I've been with Armand a million times, and Armand's the real deal. So I believe this 100% when it comes from Armand. We don't have her name, but we're going to try to speak with her. And I'm going to start by mentioning the name of the person who she first interacted with when we had her with a group of people. We don't know your name. My name is John. I don't know if you remember me. My name is John. That's Chris over there. We did speak with you once before in this room next to us with a bunch of people in a circle. And one of those people, her name is Michelle.
We called her number 5, I think, that night.
Yeah, but her name is Michelle. And Michelle was able to make a connection with you because Michelle is also a witch. And once that connection was made, I guess, and you felt that you were interacting with the group and you were making the lights go off and you were doing a lot of different things. Michelle is not here, but I'm sure Michelle is watching. So you can interact with Michelle remotely from wherever she is. I'm sure she's here with us. So watching what you're going to do and what you're going to say. I'm sorry to hear about your daughter. You know, this doll obviously was made for her to own and to have as a memory of you when you passed, and then I'm sure passed on through generation and generation to your daughter's daughter or son and so on. That's why people made these dolls so realistic, so that they could be passed on through generations. Again, I'm sorry that happened, and then from what we hear, your death was a tragic one as well, that you may have taken your own life. And again, another horrible, tragic ending for you as well. But, you know, I could see the pain, you know, that you must have went through. So we're going to try to just talk to you, the two of us, Chris and I. And you were kind of reacting while you were under the table here. These lights above your head that are purple in color, these other purple lanterns that are next to you, they react to your energy coming out of that doll and to you being in the corner of this room. You saw the yes and the no egg. The blue one is yes. The yellow one is no. If you touch either, they're going to twinkle and light up. You've already touched the yes. This makes music just by moving your fingers and touching it. And this circular object here, this just changes color like the rainbow. See how it changes colors when I move my fingers around it? These are not dangerous. These will not hurt you. We used them in the other room when you were in that room. These are just so we could see and interact with you, because you could be standing here and we can't see you. I have to ask if that child you're holding, that the portrait doll of you is holding, is that your child that passed away? Is that who you're holding there? And then there appear to be cards of some kind, or tarot cards, we're assuming. Again, I don't mean to disrespect you in your life and your child. I just want to find out more about you. Again, they said you were a good witch, but you practice black magic, and that you had a tough life. And again, for that we could sympathize, for sure. We've had tough lives ourselves. So we know the pain and the heartache and all of that. We suffer through that. So again, the best way to interact would be to touch the yes egg or the no egg, or light up anything by coming out of that doll. Nothing on the SLS yet, right? All right?
The what? Nothing.
SLS. But we're going to try a bunch of different things to talk to you. Okay? I'm going to actually move this down here. I'm actually going to hold the doll for a second, because this is what we were doing during our investigation in the other room. I'll put this on the floor here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll put it back here. So sometimes when, again, you hold the object and you touch the object, you're actually allowing the spirit to borrow your energy as well, and to kind of mix with your energy. And sometimes it affects people different ways, or it causes a different reaction. Again, I prefer to talk directly to the person. And oh, did you hear that?
What was it?
You didn't hear that knock?
Oh.
Could you do that again? If you want me to put this back up there and I'm not supposed to be holding it, knock on something again, or stand in that area so that the lights or the eggs react to you. Am I not supposed to be holding this? I'll respect whatever you want. I'm not here to antagonize you or aggravate you or make you sad in any way. We're just here to talk to you. That's all we want to do, is find out more about you. Is it better if this item belongs to someone who is a witch? White witch? Otherwise, a pagan? Is that who this should belong to? Someone who carries on your beliefs and traditions? These are things that we're asking you to, so that we know what your wishes are. I'd hate to have someone own this who wasn't a witch or a pagan, and you react in a negative way if someone just takes this home. So you got to kind of tell me that too, or show me that if I were to take this home tonight, put it on my mantle, would that be a problem? Would you react in a bad way? I'm going to put you back up there. And I'm going to try something else. Okay? Yes. Did you see that?
Yep.
So you didn't want me handling the doll. Completely respect it. I respect that. That's why I put it back. I want to make sure that you're okay with whatever we're doing here. So I put it back and you're happy with that. Yes. Holy crap.
She doesn't want you touching her.
I wonder if they could see that on TikTok too.
They can.
All right. So again, these
just let them know that it's the yes egg.
Let me see your flashlight real quick. So just so you guys can see, you might not be able to see from back there. That says yes. That's the blue one. Getting that?
Mm-hmm.
The yellow one is no. The blue one has been lighting up this whole entire time, which is yes. And that works just by a simple tap. It just doesn't light up all the time. You saw during the last session, it just doesn't light up. It takes a tap. There you go. Okay, so now that I put the doll back and I'm not handling the doll, I'll ask you again. Would you prefer that a female witch or pagan owns this doll when it leaves this store? Is that your preference? Those eyes are bearing right down at me on that doll. It's literally like this, looking down at me. All right, so I'm going to use this box here. You remember it. We used it out there. Okay? I'm going to use this box, and I'm going to use another box to try to hear your voice. Okay? Because I do want to know as much about you as I can. And I'm going to ask some questions that may be sensitive. So if you do not want me asking questions about your death, your child, your suicide, then please touch that yes egg again, and I will avoid all of those questions. I promise. I'm going to give you the opportunity. If it's disrespectful and you don't want it, you don't care to discuss your child or your death, suicide, then go ahead and touch that egg and off limits. We won't talk about it. Okay, I'm going to assume it's okay. I'm going to put this up here now. All right. So we're going to turn the box on.
Are you going to go right ahead and record, or?
No, I'm going to try it live first. 1 second. Okay. That's weird.
Mm.
That box just stopped working. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I should be hearing. I'm not hearing.
She shut you down.
That is bizarre. I mean,
She shut you down. And I don't know if you remember, but when we had her out and you tried to use this box too, she did the same thing. Do you not remember?
I'm not getting anything here. That's totally
You
bizarre.
didn't that night when you first started this with her.
I mean, nothing is different from when I just did this 2 seconds ago. Wow, that's bizarre. I mean, the spirit box is on. I have batteries in my bag.
Mm-hmm. I'll get them.
I gotta get them.
You sure? I can get them.
You know, they're in the case.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can think of. Hold
Here.
on, let me pop this out of here first. There's just no reason that it would do that.
Someone said, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. She did, believe it or not, when we did an event with her, she did the same thing.
Yeah, that's completely bizarre. That my spirit box just isn't working.
All right, you said you had it.
In the case, the black case. All right, you're messing with my equipment now. That's not a good thing. Is that you doing that? I can't even turn on my radio to talk to you. Is that on purpose? Go ahead and touch that yes egg if that's you messing with that. Are you interfering with everything? It's not good. If you don't want to talk to us, that's fine. You could just... You got it?
Yeah, I opened them. Okay, guys. Thank you for bearing with us. These things happen. Sometimes they let us know.
It's totally bizarre, though. I literally just used it.
I know. But they do take energy from wherever. This is a prime example. And I just think it's bizarre that she did it before. See? There we go.
That literally sapped the energy out of my batteries.
Yeah.
They're...
John, this is exactly what happened last time with her. She's pretty powerful.
Okay, so now we can hear you. You didn't prevent, you didn't prevent us from talking.
Yeah, Vicky says, remember which, John.
So, I want to hear your voice. My name is John. What's your name? Tell me your name. I think you yelled something.
Is it like Helene or something?
Is this doll dangerous to someone who's a non-witch or a pagan? What happens if I take it home with me? Sound like Scratch. Is it dangerous for me to hold that doll for a long period of time? Oh, pretty quick, yeah. I'm going to pick it up again. What do you have to say about me holding it?
I can see it, but they can't on TikTok. There you go.
We do know a witch. Do you remember her name? Was that your only child? What was her name? See, that almost sounded like it wasn't. So I'm going to run the recorder again because I'm missing too much. I'm going to put her right here. Let me move this back. I'm going to put her here near the recorder. I don't know if you can get there, but... Turn that static down real low. I'm going to put the recorder. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
see? And the static dome.
Oh my, that's the first time that's gone off tonight.
Every time I take it off the thing, she gets aggravated. You want me to put it back?
I'm Rachel.
I'm Rachel. Did you hear that?
I'm Rachel.
Wow, I got chills. I'm Rachel. I'm going to run the recorder. Look, see, okay, now the static dome, you see those lights? That's where the static energy is coming from, which right now is right here where the doll is. And now it's circling all the way around. I'm turning the recorder on.
Oh, it got cold in here, John.
Is it true that your name is Rachel? We heard the name Rachel. Rachel, are you angry that I put the doll on the floor? Is that a sign of disrespect to you? I don't mean it to be that way if you take it that way. Were you a good witch or a bad witch?
Both.
So black magic is considered bad magic, correct? Did you ever use your magic to hurt someone on purpose? What happened to your child? How did she pass? Is she with you now? I hope she is. Are you together? Could you tell me if you did in fact die of a suicide? Did you take your own life? How old were you when you passed? Do you regret taking your life? Is there anything you want us to know or a message that you have? Are you stuck to this doll? Is your soul trapped with it? I heard, when I asked that, I heard it is. So let's see if we hear that on there. That was pretty good though. There was some stuff coming through there that I just, again, I didn't want to shout it out like other people do. I wanted to play it back and people hear for themselves. You know what I mean? Well, this thing's, ever since this thing has been out here, my equipment has gone buggy.
Oh, it got cold in here.
Is it true that your name is Rachel? We heard the name Rachel. Rachel, are you angry that I put the doll on the floor? Is that a sign of disrespect to you? I don't mean it to be that way if you take it that way. Were you a good witch or a bad witch? Say that was witch. Witch. Were you a good witch or a bad witch? Both. You're right, it did say both. Both. And she was both. So black magic is considered bad magic, correct? Did you ever use your magic to hurt someone on purpose? What happened to your child? How did she pass? It said something about an enemy. Enemy. How did she pass? Enemy. You think she believes that some other witch? Is she with you? Wait, that was another one. It said it again. Is she with you now? I hope she is. Are you together? Could you tell me if you did in fact die of a suicide? Did you take your own life? How old were you when you passed? Do you regret taking your life? you regret taking your life? Think you got me? Your life. Or you cut me, either one. Is there anything you want us to know or a message that you have? Are you stuck to this doll? Oh. Is your soul trapped with it? I'll cut off. Didn't finish. Another one. Isn't that bizarre?
She shut it out and I'm done.
Yeah. The recorder just stopped. I had 2 more questions.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my God. All right, so I'm going to do a regular EVP session unless you want to do it. No?
No, I'm not well enough yet.
All right, so I'm going to put this recorder, I know you got a problem the further I move this away. I'm going to put this recorder right here next to you, and I'd like to hear in your own voice your answers, okay? Again, if this is not good and you're not comfortable and you feel like we're disrespecting you or treating you badly, like that yes egg or that dome thing you lit up before to change colors, I'll give you a chance. Anything on here you light up or make twinkle or something, I will not ask you any of your questions related to your child, your death, or anything like that. Okay? I'll give you the chance right now. I won't say a word. Go ahead. All right. We're going to try one more thing. You remember we did this the last time out there. I'm going to put this little box here near you, and I want to hear your voice, not through that box there, through this box here, your real voice. All right, I'm putting it down right next to you there. Could you please tell me what your first name is? What was the name of your child that passed? Do you believe that your child's death had something to do with an enemy or another person that put some kind of hex or spell on you or your child? Did you really end your life by committing suicide? Is it important to you that this doll belonged to someone who had similar beliefs and lifestyle that you had throughout your life? Would you see that? Would you react negatively to someone like myself or someone who doesn't believe in witchcraft or any of those things? Would you react negatively if they were to bring you into their home and own your portrait doll? Now I know that that's a little girl or a doll in your one arm. What are you holding in this hand? Okay, last chance. Any message you have for anyone at all, or anything you want to tell us about you? I'm going to give you a chance to say it right now. Okay, turn the recorder off. See, the cold is gone. I don't even feel it anymore. That's weird.
Almost like she did a flash and psh, gone.
But you see, when I asked the question about taking her life, it said
yes,
it said
immediately.
Yes. If we get a yes on here too, that would be incredible. Right next to you there. Please tell me what your first name is. What was the name of your child that passed? Do you believe that your child's death had something to do with an enemy or another person that put some kind of hex or spell on you or your child? Did you really end your life by committing suicide? Light whisper, way too light. It almost sounds like she had to. It's really suicide. See right there, or I had to, or she had to. Right there, she had to.
It's way in the background.
Is it important to you that this doll belonged to someone who had similar beliefs and lifestyle that you had throughout your life?
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but I wasn't moving, and the recorder was right near the grass.
I know.
That's by her feet. Would you see that? Would you react negatively to someone like myself, or someone who doesn't believe in witchcraft or any of those things? Would you react negatively if they were to bring you into their home and own your portrait doll? What's that noise again? So I know that that's a little girl or a doll in your one arm. What are you holding in this hand?
What?
I can't make it out. don't know. And that, I don't know what it is though. If that's a word, I sure don't know what it means.
Almost like hard to read.
Okay, last chance. Any message you have for anyone at all, or anything you want to tell us about you, I'm going to give you a chance to say it right now. Okay. All right. Pretty good. Not bad. I mean, again, the essay, look, nothing. You know, if that was just some random flicker, a malfunction, anything like that, it'd still be doing it intermittently. We're not getting anything. So I'm going to put your doll back up here, and I want to see if you react the way you did before when I put it back.
Yeah, lights went off before when you were
Very
doing
gently.
playback.
I'm not going to move anything. I'm not knocking against, see? I didn't shake anything.
People are saying it sounded like she said hat.
Yeah, there was hat.
Three different people said it sounded like hat.
Is that that's not a hat in your hand though?
Because it sounded to me like she said hard
yeah,
to read.
It was a word I couldn't understand.
Hard to read.
So we're going to be finished talking with you here. Rachel, if that's your name, I hope it is. I would love to know your name. We did get a Rachel, and that could be you or your daughter or your sister. They said that your sister is also attached to that doll. So they said that there's interaction with you, your daughter, and your sister, who you're very close to. Is Rachel your sister? Is she here? Okay, well, I thank you for interacting with us and speaking with us. I hope that whoever does own this item takes good care of it and it's around for a long time, because you deserve to be remembered. You lost a lot. You deserve to be remembered and taken care of. Okay? All right. We're done with the witch. What did I do with the last one? All right, guys, this is the last one here. We didn't pick any dark items tonight because
I'm not well.
Yeah, we haven't been feeling well, and I've had issues with my back, and we don't need any of that negative stuff attaching to us and making us worse. So we stuck with the things that we knew were just kind of possible attachments without being anything negative.
No.
So this one here, you see that?
No, you're gonna have to come closer.
Oh, I'm not going to get it.
Yeah, they can't see it at TikTok at all.
No?
No, there you go. There you go. Perfect.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay, so this is a portrait. Just a regular portrait. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm going to read you the information about this one too. That's me. That I did. And when I put it down, I knocked it too hard. That's me as well. Okay. So that's me again. I knocked into it. Oh, there is a name with this one. Okay. The card says, this is the information that's attached to it. Mammy. Where's that? Mammy? Mammy, right?
Mammy.
Mammy. Rare Victorian ghost photo. I don't have any idea what a ghost photo is, but she was into spiritualism. Born June 9th, 1882. Passed April 18th, 1975. So she lived a long life, very long life. Mammy. So the reason I picked this one is because sometimes when you deal with items that belong to people that practice spiritualism, mediums, tarot readers, any kind of pagan witch, they usually know how to bridge that gap between here and there. see, we do our best to get as far as we can and bridge that gap with equipment, recordings, everything that we use. But sometimes we can only go so far.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you guys saw that light behind John the Lantern go off, because that's what I thought I just saw.
Okay, and some there's the
There you go.
static too.
She's responding.
Oh, see, so she's listening. That's good, because like I said, when you have someone who's into spiritualism, they are going to work on their end to meet in the middle a lot better than just a regular spirit would, like Abbott and the others, because this person believes in what we're doing. This person believes in spirits in the afterlife and communication with spirits. So this person is going to try to work just as hard on their end as we're going to try to work on ours to make that connection, which I like a lot. So, Mammy, you've seen what the objects there could do. Chris, this is Chris over here in the corner. I'm John. We come in here and talk to, commune with all of the people that may be attached to or around the objects that meant a lot to them, their pictures, their dolls, their jewelry, anything, clothing. And we try to find out more about them, learn about their lives, let them talk about whatever they want to talk about. Because you were a spiritualist, it really struck a chord in me because we've been doing this for years, talking to people that have passed and trying to connect with them. And again, someone like yourself usually can help that. So the things around your photo, I don't know why that's called a ghost photo, but the things around your photo, these lanterns, these lights that I'm pointing at, purple up there, if you try to detach your spirit from the photo or come out of the photo and use your spirit, your energy to move around in this part of the room here with us, we're going to see all the colors change like the rainbow around your picture, believe it or not. Like it just did. They'll turn blue, red, yellow, all different colors. This will make music like it did before. Just by my fingers. I'm not doing anything but wiggling my fingers. It doesn't hurt me. This circle purple dome, I don't know what you did before. You may have moved your hand or you may have walked in that area. See how it lit up, just different colors, and it'll look like the rainbow all the way around. And then we have Easter eggs. Blue, yellow. Yes, no. See the words written on there? These are the things that we're going to use on our end to meet you halfway and connect with you and find out about you. We also have some other things that we're going to try as well. Are you here around your picture? This item in my hand will turn red and green colors. Not going to hurt you. It'll just let me know that you might be in this area around your picture. I'm just going to move it real slow back and forth. See if you might still be around here. Again, Mammy, we're spiritualists as well. We like to talk to spirits. We love to find out about people who are no longer here and keep their memory alive. That's what we try to do when we do what we do. There you go. Are you here? Are you here? Could you touch something? Oh, well, I just got a real bad static discharge on my hand. I felt the hair on my hand stand up.
I can see that it's green.
Are you here? Could you interact with anything else around here? Again, just use your energy to come out from that picture and join us. Or just stay in that area.
Donna Marion said it's announced Mamie.
Mamie?
Mamie.
See, look, that's staying lit. Mamie, is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay, makes sense. Mamie, again, my name is John. This is Chris. We're going to try a bunch of different ways to talk to you. This light show, these are just lanterns. Like I said, they'll change. You'll see all the colors of the rainbow if you come out from that picture. And we can interact with you that way, but we're going to try other ways as well to hear your voice. I don't know where you're from, Mamie, but we're in Pennsylvania right now. This is a store that has objects that, again, are spirit attached. You probably have seen and spoken to some of the people in here around you. We come in and speak to everyone. So now is your chance. We're going to give you the chance tonight. You see that we were working with the witch and that we were working with William Abbott. Now it's your turn to say whatever you want to say and do whatever you want to do, okay? Someone's going to buy this picture, Mammy, and they're going to bring it into their home, and they're going to want to talk to you like we're talking to you, in a good way. So try to use everything on your end to interact with us here, okay? Do you hear that noise? What was that noise? Do that again. It was like a spring or something. I heard like bing ding. Could you make that noise again somewhere? All right. So, what we're gonna do is it Mamie? Is that what she said?
Me.
Mamie, what we're gonna do, Mamie, is we're gonna turn on this special box here. This is a spiritualist box, believe it or not, that we're gonna use. What did she use?
And that she died in 1975, so she's aware of radios and stuff.
Yep. So 1975, this is a radio, and this is a recorder. You know, that the real, this is like a tape recorder. Remember they're tape recorders? This is a smaller version of a tape recorder that we're going to use to try to hear your voice, and then we're going to use a broken radio here to try to hear your voice as well through the frequency, the white noise that you could use. But again, from 1975, you know what lights are. These are like Christmas lights that we have hanging up here above your picture, and on the side, the lanterns. These are all like Christmas lights. They work by you touching them or coming out from the picture. At 75, I didn't know that. That means she really understands modern technology, at least up to a point. So I'm going to turn this on, Mammy.
Mamie.
Mamie?
May. Say
Mamie?
May. May. Me.
That's not a normal name. I'm going to turn this on, Mamie, and I'm going to try to hear your voice, okay? So I want to encourage you to just talk out loud, okay, using the radio.
Nothing on the SLS tonight.
Are we doing this again? Are you serious?
No. Again?
Mamie, are you here? I'm looking to hear a female. Mamie, I want to talk to you. Sorry I got your name wrong so much. Mamie, I'm John. Could you please say my name if you could hear me? Don't want to. Why don't you want to say my name? I either said don't want to or watch you. This is Chris. Here, if you'd rather talk to a female, you could speak to Chris. You could say her name. Say hello, Chris. Mamie, how old are you? Are you willing to communicate with us? It said you're a spiritualist. Were you married? Did you have children? It's going to be run the recorder for sure with this. I already heard a few comments that I can't make out. All right, here we go again. Again, a lot of times when you do Spirit Box, it comes through so fast and the words aren't distinguishable to your brain right away that you're kind of, I wish I could go back, I wish I could go back. This way allows you to record it, ask the questions like you would a regular EVP session, and then play it back so we could hear stuff we may have missed.
Temperature iPhone needs to cool down before you can use it.
What?
Your iPhone just shut itself down. Said it
Completely?
overheated.
Oh, so it's over. I don't even know if that feed's saved.
Just shut itself down.
Right. All right. So I'm going to put this way over here. Actually, Mimi.
Mamie.
I just said Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
Mimi, I'm going to take your picture.
Yeah, your phone's hot.
I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put the recorder. Remember I told you about the recorder? I'm going to put it right near your picture. Okay, I'm hitting record. I'm moving the spirit box way back here. And I'm turning it on. Mimi? Again, my name is John. Could you please say my name? Or say hello? What about Chris? You want to say hi, Chris? Mamie, where did you live? Where are you from? Did you have a husband and children? A family? You lived to a pretty a full life. How did you pass? Is there a heaven or an afterlife? Is there somewhere else where we go when we pass? What would you like to see happen to your photo? Is it okay if I bring that photo home and keep it on the mantle? What about Donna? Do you know who Donna is? Have you seen her? Anything to say to her? Sorry. Is there anything you want us to know about you? Or you're willing to share? That's a strange picture of you. Why did you pose that way? Again, we're people that are curious about spirit and the afterlife as well. Is there a heaven? Do we meet our loved ones again? Can you tell us? That was yes, and then we do. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I don't know if I call it the we do. But she said yes, and then she said we do. That was pretty freaking cool.
That's a relief.
That was very, very cool.
So I would like to meet up with my daughter.
And I just got a wave of cold right by me when that happened. And my speaker went off again.
Your phone just turned itself back on.
What?
Mm-hmm. And then it just went out.
Screwy, man. Definitely screwy.
Maybe it's her way of communicating.
All right, here we go. I'm moving the spirit box way back here. And I'm turning it on. See, that's what I heard it this way. What? Maybe? Again, my name is John. Could you please say my name? Or say hello? Say something about men? What about Chris? You want to say hi, Chris? That said I'm close. Did you hear that one? I said I'm close. Close.
Close.
Mamie, where did you live? Where are you from? Did you have a husband and children? A family? You lived through a full life. See, that said full life right after I said it. Full life. Did you hear that? Full life. Full life.
Full life.
How did you pass? Way too fast. Is there a heaven or an afterlife? Is there somewhere else where we go when we pass? What would you like to see happen to your photo?
Nothing. It sounds like nothing over here.
Is it okay if I bring that photo home and keep it on the mantle? What about Donna? Do you know who Donna is? Have you seen her? Anything to say to her? I sound like Donna. No. Okay. Anything to say? Have you seen her? What? Anything to say to her? Almost sounds like Donna. Sorry. Is there anything you want us to know about you? Or you're willing to share? That's a strange picture of you. Why did you pose that way? Again, we're people that are curious about spirit in the afterlife as well. Is there a heaven? Do we meet our loved ones again? Can you tell us?
Yes.
Damn it, I cut it off.
You cut it off when she said.
Shoot.
Yeah, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty good. I don't know. Do you want to do an EVP? Or you just want to wrap it up and
No, I'm still not full 100% yet. So yeah, my breathing is already starting to get harder.
All right. Let me turn the lights on.
Got it?
Okie doke. I'll turn this sucker around. Oh, there I am. All right, guys. Interesting, right? First time back in a while. lots of stuff here to do still. So we'll probably be back next week, maybe at some point. But appreciate you guys watching. I see the stars. Can't thank you guys enough for that. And we'll see you, what's today? Tuesday? Thursday. We'll be here with, we'll be interviewing Pam and Steve about the Hoover House. And, oh, by the way, those tickets are on sale now for the Hoover House, the big, the weekend that we're doing there. So, if you want to come to that, there's ghost hunting tickets available. And I'm pretty sure that they're sold out as far as the room rental. But you could still come down and get a room and investigate and meet Cody Satori and do all that fun stuff.
Yeah, because down the road is the cobblestone.
Yeah, there's a hotel right down the road from there. So we're going to be hanging out there all week. You can still hang out with us. All right, guys. We'll see you soon, all right? Have a good night.